So you're thinking about relocating to the Treasure Valley, Idaho, but it is really scary to decide where in the Treasure Valley you should live. And believe it or not, I've made a mistake, and it was after I was living here. I picked a location that I thought I was going to love, and it ended up destroying my lifestyle. It was super inconvenient. It made everything difficult. And when you've got kids, a business, whatever it is, everyone's busy. You need to know that you're moving somewhere that's not going to make life more difficult. So today I'm going to share with you what I think is the most convenient location in the Treasure Valley, Idaho, along with some of my favorite neighborhoods. We're going to dive into maps. I'm going to show you some drone footage. We have some B-roll on the ground level. I'm going to walk through the neighborhoods. You are not going to want to miss a minute of this video if you're thinking about relocating to Idaho. So let's get after it right now. My name's Rachel, and on this channel I do my very best to teach you everything there is about relocating to Idaho. So if you need me to be your eyes and your ears and teach you everything there is about working, playing, and living in the Treasure Valley, Idaho, go ahead and tap the subscribe button and click this little bell. That way you never miss one of my videos on living in Idaho. I'm a licensed realtor and local investor here. As much as I love making these videos and exploring Idaho, I love helping you become part of the community here in Idaho even more. So if you have any questions or you need any help relocating, please don't hesitate. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or write me an email. With no further ado, what I think is the most convenient location in the Treasure Valley, Idaho. I am coming to you from my favorite place in the entire universe, Costco, located on North 10 Mile Road in Chinden. Why is this my favorite place? It's my favorite place because it's convenient. It's more affordable than a lot of other places, and it makes my life downright easy. I absolutely love this location. As I mentioned earlier, I did make a poor decision when it came to picking where I wanted to live in the Treasure Valley, Idaho, and it wasn't even when I initially moved here from Atlanta. I had already been living in Boise, and I thought I wanted something a little bit more country, so I sold my home in Boise and I relocated to Star, Idaho. And while I love Star and I don't have much bad to say about it, it's mostly only good things. For me, it was very difficult to live in Star and not be 5 minutes from a Costco, 5 minutes from a Target, 5 minutes from an urgent care, you name it. I just need to be about 5 minutes from everything because that makes my life more manageable. I'm a mom, I'm a business owner, and I'm super active in the community and in my church, and living far away from everybody and everything. And when I say far away, I'm saying it was maybe only 15 to 30 minutes depending on where we were going, but really it made a big difference. And with that, I still crave the farmland, the country, and what's super cool about where I'm standing and this area and the neighborhoods right here is that you are still only a mile away from farmland, believe it or not. So I have some drone footage. I'm going to walk through the neighborhoods, and I am going to jump on a map when I get home, and I'm going to do my best to show you why I think if convenience is #1 for you. If you are busy like I am and you need convenience, but you also don't want to live on top of your neighbor, you don't want to live in the city where it's a little woke, then this location might be perfect for you. And like I mentioned earlier, I am an expert at relocating people here. We've relocated tons of people, and with a quick phone call, it's not super difficult for me to figure out whether or not this location is right for you. But if you're thinking country and you're not really sure, you might also want to listen to this video and just see how it affected me not living near things, to help you really decide if country life's for you, if you really need the suburbs, or if you're still, you know, a city girl or a city guy. But with that being said, let me show you around a little bit. So where I'm standing right now is right off of two main roads, if you will. So we've got Chinden, which runs from I don't know exactly where it starts, but you can take Chinden from Boise through part of Eagle, through part of Meridian on your way to Star, and 10 Mile is the cross street right here. So I'm kind of right on the cusp of Eagle and Meridian and just minutes from Star. Nampa's a little further out, and when I get home I'm going to pull that up on a map and show you exactly what I mean. But from this Costco I can get to a Target in about 10 minutes. I can get to a Dutch Brothers, which is our coffee out here in Idaho. And when you move to Idaho, you're going to have to choose. Are you team Starbucks or team Dutch Brothers? Personally, I think Dutch Brothers is a little on the sugary side. I prefer Starbucks, or a local spot really is actually my preference. Give me a call and I'll tell you where to go. But you got your gas station, you've got Winco, you've got Fred Meyer, we have a Walmart nearby, there's an urgent care, you are between two major hospitals. Now the freeway is kind of funny. There's not really a lot of access to the freeway pretty much anywhere in Eagle, period, nowhere in Eagle, but there is in parts of Meridian. So from here to the freeway, you're looking at about 10 minutes, and then you can take that freeway to downtown Boise, the airport, Nampa, or you can just stick with Chinden right down here, turns into a highway, and you can take that down. So I really love that everything is just right here, but like I said, you're also a mile away from farmland. So if you're driving from your home, if you're relocating near here to Costco, there's a good chance that you're going to see some horses, some greenery. It's surrounded by foothills. It's absolutely incredible. I think this area is the best of all worlds. And if you need to access the city, you still got the city just 20, 25 minutes from here, depending on the time of day. The schools out here tend to be a little bit better than some of the other areas in the Treasure Valley. And there's a huge, massive homeschool community and several private schools right here, right where I'm standing, and it is really awesome. So if you can't tell, I super duper love it here, and I'm going to do my best to convince you that if you want convenience, this is probably the place for you. And as far as prices go, the home prices here, if you're on one side of Chinden, are a little bit higher. On the other side, they're a little bit lower, and you've got everything from a starter home all the way up to large estate homes on some acreage, all within a couple mile radius of here.
Okay, friends, I think you will be able to see in this footage here that Spurwing is pretty epic and has a wide variety of homes to offer. There is definitely something for everyone. Within this community, there is a 5-star restaurant, a 5-lane Olympic-sized swimming pool with a diving board and poolside dining. There is 3 outdoor U.S. Open-style tennis courts, an 18-hole championship course, a 9-hole challenge course, a practice facility with 2 indoor heated practice stations, and a 9-hole putting course. Within Spurwing lives Carriage House at Spurwing, Spurwing Acres, the Challenge Estates, the Greens and Green Estates, the Grove, Spurwing Heights, the brand new Olive Tree, and the Rim. All of these communities within the community offer various amenities: waterfront, big views, single level, carriage homes, new construction or retail. There's even a lot available with a view right now. Estate homes. No matter what it is you are looking for, you will likely be able to find it here in the Spurwing community. HOA dues vary depending on where within Spurwing you're living and typically include a membership to the social club. Please enjoy the rest of this footage that we've put together with you. And right after this, I will be showing you one of the other communities that I find to be very convenient as well as beautiful.
Okay, so this is kind of like a 2-for-1 because these two neighborhoods are intertwined, and really within these two neighborhoods there's also multiple other communities, but for namesake we're just going to call it two, and we're going to say Foxtail Estates and Ashbury. And these neighborhoods are located just about 2 miles down from where we just were at Spurwing, and they're right near the Costco, they're right near everything. They're a little closer going more towards Eagle Road, so part of this community is Eagle and part of this community is Meridian, and this actually happens to be my neighborhood, so I can speak about it all day long. I absolutely love it here. The only thing I'm missing in this neighborhood is a view, and I really want to live in a home with a view, which is why I'm thinking I might be moving to Spurwing in about a year. So this neighborhood, we've got sidewalks, tree-lined streets. Something super cool about this neighborhood is that it used to be a 3-hole golf course. So
I misspoke. It was an 18-hole golf course, and they left all of the best features for everyone to continue to enjoy.
So they left that and built homes around it, and they did a really, really good job of leaving a lot of the original landscaping. So while there's really new homes in this neighborhood, you don't get the sense that you do in some of the newer communities because there's a lot of mature landscaping. And in our neighborhood, we've got everything from estate homes in the millions down to starter homes that currently, as we're standing November 2022, you're looking at about $700,000 and up. So quite the range, but everyone here is friends, gets along. We have e-bikes and go cruising in the neighborhood. Other people have golf carts, e-bikes. We've got, I think I mentioned, we have a few swimming pools, parks. We've got 2 big ponds where you can go fishing, and they have baby ducks, you name it. One of my favorite things about here is that we can actually walk to restaurants from here. So when I lived in downtown Boise, I really enjoyed being able to walk to restaurants, and I think it's super fun to do with kids. It just takes the experience of going out to dinner and it makes it that much better, you know? It just prolongs your experience and you're not quite in a rush. So through our neighborhood, you can actually access the same parking lot where Fred Meyer is, and there's a couple restaurants in there, but right across the street from where we're at, they're building currently this new retail center that's going to have a wave pool. There is a restaurant opening with a Michelin star chef. Winco's right there. You've got everything you can imagine. There's a library. The schools around here are good. The people are friendly. And like I said, there's such a wide range of homes in this neighborhood, or in these neighborhoods, I should say. So I got some more drone footage for you. I got plenty of video footage from here on street level. I'm going to piece that together and go into some more details about this area and this neighborhood. So we're looking at Foxtail Estates and Ashbury, and then all the little neighborhoods dusted in here. I'd say about 250-ish homes right here, and such a convenient location, you guys. I mean, if Spurwing were more than 2 miles away from here and it wasn't this close to everything, I would just stay here. I would skip the view. That's how much I think this location is the best. And for whatever reason, and I was one of these people too, everyone thinks when they move here they either need to move to Eagle or Boise, which these days with the political climate and how Boise has changed politically, people aren't so much thinking about Boise anymore, but they're definitely still think, oh, I'm moving to the Treasure Valley, I need to move to Eagle off of Floating Feather and then back towards the country more. Well, it's great and amazing out there. I think this part of Eagle, kind of right on the cusp of Eagle Meridian, is even better. So don't discount Meridian. Don't not look at this area because you're thinking heart of Eagle, downtown Eagle, want to be in Eagle. This is still an Eagle zip code, and I'm telling you, the convenience compared to just 5 miles away towards downtown Eagle is a night and day difference. The lifestyle is totally different, and I'll be sharing more of that while you enjoy this drone footage and shots of the neighborhood from street level.
Okay, so Foxtail Estates in Ashbury. The entrance is a beautiful and heavily landscaped boulevard. Lots range within these communities from expansive waterfront estates with sprawling space to low maintenance patio sized homes. Within these communities, we have swimming pools, parks, and Ashbury also offers a clubhouse, which is really fun. Something else super fun is that in the summer, we like to bring out a food truck for everyone to come out and enjoy each other's company and eat some good food, and that typically happens once a week. I did mention earlier that Foxtail was built on a 3-hole golf course. I misspoke. It was an 18-hole golf course, and they left all of the best features for everyone to continue to enjoy. Something cool about Ashbury is that each one of their homes backs up to green space, which makes it really, really lovely. I think that you cannot go wrong in Foxtail Estates or Ashbury. Both are conveniently located and both have something to offer everybody. I hope you enjoy the rest of this footage. Okay, I am back home in my warm office. I have Google Earth pulled up for you, and I am going to deep dive into this map and articulate to you what it is about this location that just makes it so absolutely epically convenient and give you a good idea, just a very, very general overview of the area, the Treasure Valley, while we have the map up. So how about we do that too? All right. And I'm going to share my screen. You will have to bear with me because to pop back and forth between the different tools to draw out everything that we're looking at and help you really see it just takes me a minute to switch back and forth. So bear with me. So what I went ahead and did here is I put Costco wholesale. You can see it right dead center in the map. And I zoomed really far out so that I can point out the various city and suburbs that you're very familiar with to kind of help you get an idea of where everything is sitting. And the map may look like we're looking at a really, really huge area, but really these areas are not far apart from each other at all. So first and foremost, we've got Boise, our city with our capital. Many of you are probably familiar with Boise. And then I actually need to zoom in because I'm not seeing Eagle on this map, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so what I did is I entered Costco on Chinden and Linder into the map search, and then I zoomed out so that I can give you a general overview and kind of help you get your bearings so you know exactly where it is we are. Okay, let me pull up a little circle here. So as you can see right there in the middle, we got Costco. And then right over here, we have Boise, our city. This is where our capital is. Then we've got, moving up this way, Eagle, which I would say this spot right here, this location in Eagle to get downtown to Boise is about a 15-minute drive. And then from Eagle, we've got Star, which a lot of people are starting to call Little Eagle. I tend to disagree. I know Eagle is starting to spill population-wise into Star, but I think Star is designed and growing very, very differently than Eagle. Middleton, which is very much a cute, small, quaint town. Caldwell, also a very small town. They've got this really incredible district named the Stonnenberg Stonnenberg district, and it's all historical homes. Really, really neat. A lot of fun things going on over there. And then you've got Nampa, which Nampa was voted the most well-ran city in the entire nation. And Boise was voted number 3. So I agree. I think all in all, in general, the Treasure Valley is ran very, very well. And then we've got Kuna. Kuna is a small farm town, but you may have heard of Kuna recently because Facebook is actually building a metaverse facility there. It's going to bring 100 jobs, but the facility is massive and sprawling. And a lot of us here in the Treasure Valley are pretty creeped out about it. We don't necessarily want Facebook coming into our safe territory, let's say. And then we've got Meridian right here in the middle. And again, like I said, we're focusing on Costco. So let me go ahead and clear all of this out and get my mouse back, and I will zoom back in for you. And then one other thing, well, 2 other things I want to point out to you before we get into what is available in this location. I had mentioned Chinden to you earlier. So here is Chinden, and it goes on and on and on. And you can go all the way down this way into Boise and all the way up this way. Here's Star. You can turn right here to get to Star. You can turn right here to get to Star. You can keep going and head out towards Nampa, Caldwell. It's absolutely great. And then the other road that I want to point out to you is Eagle Road right here. And the reason why I want to point out Eagle Road is because a lot of the shopping and errands we'll be running are on both Eagle Road and Chinden. And I'm also going to put my mouse back on and pull out this measuring tool just to kind of give you an idea of how close this actually is, because I don't know, looking at the map, if you have a sense of how close all of these are to each other. So here we're at Costco, and it's in Meridian, right on the cusp of where Eagle and Meridian end. And you can almost say, so Star right here to Costco is only 3 miles. So they all kind of meet and merge right here. Okay. And so from the Costco, where's my measuring tool? From Costco over here, let's just go right here. It's underneath. We'll go like this. How do you get this thing out of your way? Go like that. It's a little less than 4 miles. My line is crooked. So to go down Chinden from Costco to Eagle Road, 4 miles. And what we're focusing on, get my mouse back on and zoom in for you. Okay, so something I want to point out to you, I had mentioned Chinden earlier, and this is Chinden right here. And this is a main road, very popular road, as well as I also want to point out Eagle Road to you. So the area we are focusing on today is all kind of right here along Chinden. And as you can see from earlier, where I had mentioned that we've got downtown Eagle right here, you know, the center of Meridian is just kind of somewhere up over here. And then you've got Star right over here. This is kind of right in the center and meets in the middle of all of it. So you could be on one side of the street and it will be an Eagle zip code, and you'll be on the other side of the street and it will be a Meridian zip code. But most of the errands that you're going to be running are pretty hyper focused right here along Chinden and Eagle Road. So you can see that there's a Target here. If you go further up, there's a grocery store here called the Boise Co-op, which is our natural foods and organic foods grocery store. And you can become a member, and they pay out dividends annually every year. And they do an incredible job of supporting local farmers and local companies out here. And on the 15th of every month, there's a discount on all the local items. So that's a pretty busy day. You've also got your Hobby Lobby up and down Eagle Road, Michael's. You've got all of your discount stores like Ross and Marshall's. There's a World Market. There's, I want to say, 3 Albertsons up and down Eagle Road, tons of Walgreens. It's a very, very busy road, and it is very, very jam-packed with everything and anything that you can imagine. And heading from Eagle, where I drew this red circle up here, you would need to go down Eagle Road all the way, just right over here to pop on to the freeway. So you may have heard me mention in previous videos, or maybe even in this video, that kind of one of the downsides to living in downtown Eagle is that you don't have that very fast access to the freeway. And that's what I was referencing. If you're living over here on Chinden, you're much, much closer to the freeway. And also right up over here is where the hospital is. So you've got pretty quick access to the hospital as well. All right, let me try and line my lines back up just to give you an idea. So let me pull my circles back up. Here you've got the club at Spurwing. And then right here is the Fred Meyer that you can access from the neighborhood, Foxtail Estates and Ashbury. So here's Foxtail Estates and Ashbury right here. And you can actually walk boop, boop, boop right in here. And there's a little road that will take you in here and all in here. So you don't just have your Fred Meyer. You also have several restaurants. You've got a dry cleaner. There's actually 2 nail salons, a Starbucks, a gas station. You can see that there's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. This Costa Vida restaurant right here is really good, fast Mexican food. And then there's actually 2 pizza restaurants, a really popular tavern that has some nicer food in there. This is a great, great, great shopping center. And in my West Side of Eagle vlog tour, I showed this entire shopping center on camera and kind of went through in here. And then I also showed the drive coming right up. Let me draw the line for you, Linder. This drive is absolutely incredible. And if you do decide that you want to locate downtown Eagle, you're going to come up the road here and down Linder all the way over here to this area to get yourself to Costco, which still isn't too bad of a drive, but sometimes with traffic, it can be a little bit frustrating. And then really, really cool is right over here, we actually have this entire shopping center that is being developed. There's a Winco Foods. It's up and running. They're going to be putting in a wave pool, a restaurant with a Michelin star chef is going to be cooking up in there. They just put in an Olive Garden. There's a local Hawaiian restaurant that a lot of people really love, including myself, and they're putting one right across the street. So I think it's super, super, super cool. Let me clear all this out and zoom in for you a little bit more again. I mean, if you're living in Foxtail Estates or Ashbury right here, if you move to one of these neighborhoods right in here, any of these homes, you not only have the option now to walk over into this shopping center, but you can just take your bikes or walk right across the street right here and go out to eat at any of these restaurants, go hit up the wave pool, check out the library. So I'm really excited, and they're actually developing this area pretty quickly. So it's coming together really, really fast. And then if you're not a Starbucks fan and you're also not a Dutch Brothers fan, right in here, we've got this amazing coffee house that's actually in a few other states also. So you might be familiar with it. It's Black Rock. It's super good. And then popping right across the street over here, you have next to the Del Taco, we've got a car wash. We've got this restaurant called Teriyaki Madness, and they make all sorts of healthy, different stir fries and teriyaki dishes. It's really anything and everything that you could ever imagine is in this few mile stretch right here. And what I really, really love, and I had mentioned it earlier, so here's Spurwing all coming up in here, right? Is just going right down Chinden. All of this, you guys, is farmland. It is stunning. It's so beautiful. So the drives are pretty epic. Actually, a handful of what I think the most beautiful roads in the Treasure Valley are all right here. So one of them is, and let me get my little drawing tool back up for you, is Highway 16. So if you come, here we go. This is Costco right here, right? So if you go right here down Chinden, boom, 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 to Highway 16, this can take you down to Star. This drive right here, all this farmland is still there. And I might have to zoom in to show you. These are all estate homes and big, beautiful ranch homes. And it actually sits up a little higher in this area. So as you're driving down into the valley and you just have these epic views of the foothills, and it's absolutely incredible. Right now, there's a frost every morning, but it's fall. So there's still all these different colored trees and leaves, and the frost tingled in. I mean, it's just like, God is so incredible. It's amazing to see the sunrise and the sunset. It's a really super beautiful view. Another really, really beautiful road to drive down that if you live in this area, you'll be driving down it quite frequently is right here, Linder. And Linder does run along the side of, let me go ahead and draw that for you. Does run along the side. Here we go, boom, of the shopping center right here that butts right up against Foxtail Estates. And with Foxtail Estates, you will see a little bit in, as you pull in to Foxtail Estates and you head down this way, these are the homes that when you watch further into the video, I'm mentioning start in the $650,000, $700,000 range. And as you drive back through into here onto Sugarberry, it doesn't look developed on this map, but it is developed. These are larger estate homes. And I think it's really interesting because these homes are going, I think there's one under contract right now for $4 million. And there's no views. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous home. But if you head right down the street right here to Spurwing, you get this epic view of, it's called Duck Alley, which sits right back here behind the temple, right over here. And all the foothills right here. If you're living anywhere, let me pull my drawing tool up just to make sure you can see it. Anywhere along this, it's called the Rim. And these homes are going for less. So if you're looking for an estate home and you think you really love this area, if you go over here to Spurwing, you get a view and you also get the social club. And this is a golf course. I mean, it's kind of a win-win situation. I think it's pretty amazing. The other thing is, if you are looking for private schools, all right along down in here, there are several private schools. So let me go ahead and pull my drawing tool back up. Here's a private school. Here's another private school. There's actually another one that's just kind of right. We'll call it a little bit further down this way over here. So a lot of great private schools. Let me clear this out and see kind of what else I can tell you about this area, because I don't want to miss a beat with this. I think you get the idea though of what I'm trying to show you, that if you live right here, you really are kind of in the center of everything, but within just a mile or two, you can be back into farmland. And down over here where the movie theater is, it takes less than 5 minutes to get there. Crave Kitchen and Bar is a really good restaurant. And then kitty corner over here, I'll be showing you some of these neighborhoods here pretty soon. I went and recently got some B-roll. These are some beautiful, beautiful neighborhoods, lots of estate homes, another golf course community. But even still, I think as far as convenience goes, nothing trumps this little area right here on a map. Let me draw a circle around it so you can get an idea. Boom. Hands down, most convenient place to live in the Treasure Valley. Now, if you end up on this side of Chinden, you are going to save some money. This is a Meridian zip code. Part of the zip code over here is Eagle. Another part is Meridian. But this side of Chinden is considered more desirable, but I don't necessarily think that makes it more desirable. But these homes are a little bit going to cost you a little bit more per square foot. and you're going to pay a little bit more for what you're getting on this side of Chinden. So that's also something else to consider. But guys, this area is pretty cool. So I am going to run over to Spurwing and walk around down there and show you everything there is to know about Spurwing. And then I'll head into Foxtail Estates as well as Ashbury. So it was fun showing you guys the map. I hope you like that. If you have any more questions, give me a call. We can definitely do a Zoom with you and help you navigate the map and kind of show you where different things are more specific to your needs.
That was a lot of information. Please give me a call, shoot me a text, or write me an email. I know that moving and relocating is a really, really big decision, and it's not one to be taken lightly. I myself have moved 3 times since relocating to Idaho, and I feel like I finally found my spot, and I have a really good idea of what the people are like in each area, what the commutes are like. So give me a call, shoot me a text, write me an email. I'll help you figure that out. It is me or one of my amazing agents. My team lead, Nate, was born and raised here and knows everything and anything you could ever imagine, and he's absolutely incredible. So definitely give us a call. Lastly, if you don't know this, not lastly, because this is really important. If you don't know this, we have 3 foundations here locally that we believe keep Idaho, Idaho, and are really, really great for our community that we love to give back to. So with every transaction, you get to pick one of these 3 foundations, and we donate money on your behalf in your name at closing. So we've got the Idaho Freedom Foundation, which is here to keep our state free. We've got COBS, and COBS help victims of sex trafficking recover. And then we've got Upstream, which helps our kiddos be safe in schools and not fall victim to the elitist left political extreme agenda. And these organizations, I've worked with all of them in the past prior to starting this donation with every transaction. I have friends in a couple of them. I have hosted events for one of them. They're absolutely amazing. So I know the money goes to good use. If you want more information about one of these 3 foundations or all of them, I'm going to put links in the description box below. Check out my other vlog tours to get a good look at what it's like in the other neighborhoods around here. And I'm going to keep doing my best to pump out more and more of these vlog tours, because I know at the end of the day, you want to see exactly what it's like to live here in Idaho. Be blessed.